At the core of Christianity lies a foundational aspect that has been widely misunderstood and often overlooked: the Great Commission. It's a call to action, a commandment given by Jesus himself, and yet, it's often reduced to a mere phrase or a slogan. But what does it truly mean to live out the Great Commission in our daily lives? That's what we're going to explore today. In today's world, where social media dominates our attention and distractions are endless, the Great Commission can seem like an outdated concept. Why should I care about spreading the gospel when I've got a million other things on my to-do list? How does this ancient commandment apply to my modern life? These questions are valid, but the truth is, the Great Commission isn't just some relic of the past. It's a living, breathing call to action that requires our full attention and commitment. Many of us have heard the phrase, "Go and make disciples of all nations." But what does that even mean in practice? Does it mean we need to travel to some far-flung corner of the world to share the gospel? Maybe, but it's more than that. The Great Commission is a call to live a life of purpose, to be intentional about sharing the love of Jesus with those around us, and to make disciples who will in turn make more disciples. If we're being honest, the Great Commission can be overwhelming. It's a tall order, and it's easy to feel like we're not doing enough, or that we're not equipped to take on such a monumental task. But the truth is, the Great Commission isn't about us. It's about surrendering to God's will and trusting that He'll use us to accomplish His purposes. The Great Commission has its roots in biblical references, like Matthew 28:18-20, and Mark 16:15, where Jesus commands His disciples to go out into the world and share the gospel. It's a call to evangelism and discipleship, but it's more than that. It's a call to transform the very fabric of our lives. When we take the Great Commission seriously, we begin to see the world in a different light, and our priorities shift to align with God's heartbeat for the lost and the broken. When we live out the Great Commission, we start to see people in a different way, not as projects to be fixed or conversions to be won, but as beloved children of God, who are worthy of love and dignity. We start to see our neighborhoods, our workplaces, and our communities as mission fields, ripe for the harvest. And we start to see ourselves as ambassadors for Christ, commissioned to represent Him to a world that desperately needs His love. The Great Commission has the power to transform, not just individual lives, but entire communities. When we take it seriously, we start to see the world change around us. People coming to know Jesus, relationships being restored, and hope being rekindled in the darkest of places. It's a call to action that requires sacrifice, perseverance, and dedication, but the results are well worth it. So, what does it mean to live out the Great Commission in our daily lives? It means surrendering to God's will, trusting in His power, and stepping out in faith to share the love of Jesus with a world that needs it. As Christians, this is our calling, to be lights in the darkness, to bring hope to the hopeless, and to make disciples who will in turn make more disciples. That's a wrap, guys. If you're still with me, thanks for taking the time to explore the Great Commission with me today. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. How do you interpret the Great Commission, and how do you think we can better live it out in our daily lives? And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on Christian teachings and lifestyle. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video.